The old man glared at our boy. He asked him if he made a mistake in identifying the trap. He asked Helmut if he saw a different trap. He told our boy that anyone who puts a trap in the forest would most likely lay a bear trap. The manager asked Helmut if he could tell him the type of trap he saw. Helmut found the manager's behavior to be weird. He noticed that the old man was smiling while his hand was on his door. Our boy decided to act rational. He told the manager that he made the right assumption about the trap. He explained to the man that he was simply surprised that he would guess the trap without hearing an explanation. Our boy urged the old man to be careful when he is searching for the trap. The manager thanked our boy for his advice. He decided to close his door. Before the old man could close his door, Helmut stopped him. Our boy was told that the swordsmanship department comes to the forest every year for a hunting competition and group activities. Helmut asked the man about the location which the event usually takes place. The manager revealed to our boy that the hunting competition is held on the mountainous area which is north of the campsite, while the group activities is spread across the 12 peaks of the area. The old man told our boy that the events have always taken place in those places. He assured Helmut that the events will take place as long as nothing weird happens. Upon hearing what the old man said, Helmut thanked him. The manager closed his door and our boy walked away. As Helmut walked forward, he stared at the old man's cottage. Our boy noticed that he could not sense any vis from the old man. He realized that the manager was not a martial artist. Although Helmut knew that the manager was an ordinary person, his instinct was on the edge about the cottage. Our boy wondered about what he should do. He wondered if he should just threaten to break the old man's neck. He was certain that he would get an answer if he did this. Helmut placed his hand on his sword and got ready to turn around. Before he could do anything, our boy calmed himself. He realized that it would not be smart for him to act rashly, especially since he was not the only one in the forest. While walking back to his camp, Helmut realized that he did not need to stress himself. He believed that the person hunting him would need to show himself at some point. Our boy decided to face his hunter when he attacks him. When Helmut arrived at the campsite, he saw something horrifying. He saw Instructor Patricia holding the bottle of Hennessy and Wesley in her hands. The instructor appears to have beaten Wesley up. When Helmut saw this, he realized that he was screwed. With a horrifying look in her eyes, Patricia stared at our boy. The next day, we see the students gathered outside. The instructors sat inside a tent and watched as Instructor Allen spoke to the students. The students and the instructors were shocked to see how hot the forest was. Instructor Allen told the students that he wants to explain the hunting competition to them. Allen urged the students to focus on safety. He asked them to identify their targets carefully. He begged them not to accidentally shoot people. Allen told the students that they will be moving in pairs to prepare for any injuries. According to Allen, if one student gets hurt, the other one should contact Professor Dwayne for help using the communication marble. While Allen was talking, we see Professor Dwayne and Instructor Patricia complaining about the heat. Allen explained to the students that they will receive a bow, some arrows, a map, and food before they leave. He asked them to use their own bows if they already have one. The instructor told the students that they will be ranked based on their catch. He explained to them that the top ranks will receive prizes. The students were happy to hear this. Bashir asked Allen if the person who catches the largest amount of target wins the competition. Allen told the boy that his question is good. He explained to the students that they will not win the event by catching a large amount of animals. Bashir and the other students were shocked to hear this. According to Allen, the ranking will be based on the value of the animal. For instance, a fox is more valuable than a rabbit and a bear is more rare than a fox. The rarity of the animal is taken into account. After answering the students' question, Allen told them that they need to start their hunt. He told them that the hunting competition ends at 5 p.m. Allen urged the students to stick to the schedule because the forest gets dark quickly. Asuka placed his hand on our boy's shoulder. With a smile on his face, the mad dog told the other students that he and Helmut have no chance of losing. Wesley was annoyed to see this. He could not believe that the two top students of the departments were in the same team. He asked Asuka to have some conscience. Bashir asked Allen if it is okay for Helmut and Asuka to be on the same team. Although Allen found it to be odd, he did not have a problem with it. He told Bashir that everyone is free to form their own teams. Wesley and Bashir did not like the answer they got. Helmut and Asuka began to walk forward. While walking away, Asuka turned around and asked his teammates not to follow them if they are looking for an easy hunt. Wesley and Bashir were annoyed to hear this. In the next scene, we see Helmut and Asuka deep in the forest with bows and arrows. The mad dog reminded our boy that they are the strongest in the department. He told Helmut that they can get first and second place if they put their minds in the competition. Asuka asked our boy if he wants to compete with him. Helmut was not interested in what the mad dog was saying. He was more focused on the fact that other students did not follow them. Our boy wanted to be able to fight freely in case his hunter comes for him. He realized that he also needed to part ways with Asuka. Asuka knew that our boy was very good at hunting. He asked him if he knows any good hunting grounds. Our boy did not see a reason to share his tactics with Asuka. While thinking of what to do, Helmut gets an idea. He realized that he could send the mad dog back to the camp if he gets a target. Our boy asked Asuka to follow him. The mad dog was excited to hear this. The scene shifts and we see the boys hiding behind a bush near a river. Helmut explained to Asuka that animals must drink water. He told him that the easiest way to catch a target is to wait by the river. Asuka believed that Helmut's idea was time-taking. He told our boy that it will be better if they go around searching for the animals. Our boy explained to Asuka that their prey may see them while they are moving around and it might run away. Helmut told the mad dog that hunting requires patience. He asked Asuka to use the current opportunity to learn how to be patient. The mad dog was annoyed to hear this. On their way to the river, Helmut saw a fresh claw mark on some trees. He told Asuka that a big predator might be in the area. Immediately he said this, our boy and Asuka saw something shocking. The two boys saw a bear take out a fish from the river. Asuka and our boy were happy to see the bear. The mad dog told his friend that they will shoot at the same time. The boys took out their arrows and took a stance. Before they shot their arrows, Helmut realized something odd. He wondered if his seed of darkness would get triggered if he killed an animal. Although Helmut was curious, he knew that he could not test such a theory in his current situation. The two boys shot their arrows at the same time. Helmut's arrow hit the ground while Asuka's arrow landed on the bear. The bear screamed out in pain. It turned around and began to run. Asuka was shocked to see the bear running. He was more shocked that Helmut missed the target. Asuka took out more arrows and jumped out of the bush. He shot 2 arrows at the bear. Unfortunately, he missed his target. While running towards the bear, the mad dog took out an arrow and covered it with vis. He shot his arrow with great amount of force. The arrow landed in the bear's stomach. The bear screamed out in pain and fell to the ground. The mad dog was extremely happy to see that he actually caught his target. While the mad dog was cheering, he hears something screaming in the forest. Asuka and Helmut were shocked to hear this sound. With a nervous look on his face, Asuka asked our boy if bears make such an odd noise. The moment Asuka said this, he and Helmut hear the thing scream again. Upon hearing the sound again, our boy knew what was producing the sound. Helmut told Asuka that the sound they are hearing is not from an animal. He asked the mad dog to take care of the animal he caught. He told him that he will check the situation out. Asuka was shocked to see our boy running into the forest. Helmut ran through the forest at his top speed. While jumping on the tree branches, Helmut sees something below. Our boy saw 2 boys in the middle of the forest. One boy was standing while the other one was on the ground. The boy who was standing turned out to be Wesley. Wesley was panicking because he could not activate his communication marble. While Wesley was shaking, Helmut landed behind him. The poor boy screamed when he heard someone's footsteps. He was surprised to see Helmut in the forest. He asked our boy to tell him how he was able to find them. The boy on the ground who was trembling turned out to be Bashir. Bashir had his leg stuck in a bear trap. Helmut was shocked to see this. Wesley asked our boy to assist him in taking off the trap. Helmut asked Wesley to be patient. He told the boy that Bashir will lose more blood if they take out the trap without a plan. Our boy told Wesley that he will take care of the trap himself. Helmut went into the forest and searched for a plant. When our boy found what he was looking for, he uprooted it and used his mouth to remove one of the leaves. He chewed the leaf to check for something. After chewing the leaf, our boy went to check for other plants. He also chewed the leaves of the plants he found. When our boy found what he was looking for, he picked up some rocks and returned to Wesley. Wesley was surprised to see what Helmut was holding. He asked our boy about the leaves. Helmut ignored Wesley. He took out a bottle containing some water and poured the water on the rocks. Immediately he did this. Our boy stretched his hand out to Wesley and asked him to hold the bottle. Wesley could not comprehend what our boy was doing. Helmut placed the leaves he got on one of the rocks and used the other rock to grind the leaves. Wesley was shocked to see this. After grinding the leaves, our boy asked Wesley if he and Bashir are close friends. Wesley told our boy that he is close to Bashir. Immediately he said this, Helmut tore a part of the coat he wore. Wesley screamed out when he saw this. He could not believe that our boy actually ruined his coat. Our boy used the cloth he tore to tie Bashir's leg. The moment he did this, he took out an arrow. He told Wesley that he is going to dismantle the trap's fixing area. He asked the boy to hold Bashir. Our boy raised his hand up and put some vis into the arrow. Immediately he did this. He struck the trap with a large amount of energy. Helmut noticed something odd when he struck the trap. Our boy took off the trap and stared at it. Bashir screamed in pain when he was released from the trap. Helmut threw away the trap and took out the leaves which he grinded. He smeared a small amount of the herbs on the surface of Bashir's wound. Wesley was quite shocked to see this. Our boy explained to him that the herb will stop Bashir's bleeding. He assured Wesley that Bashir's life is no longer in danger. He told the boy that they need to call Professor Duane. Wesley quickly took out the marble when he heard this. While Bashir was shaking on the ground, Helmut looked at the trap. Our boy had expected the worst-case scenario. To his surprise, his hunter was only playing a prank on him. When Helmut took out the trap, he noticed that the joints of the trap were loosely fixed. If the trap was well tightened, Bashir would already have lost his ankle. Our boy could tell that the trap was never meant for him. He could not believe that his hunter had the guts to play pranks on nobles. Helmut realized that there is a lot of things he has to take into consideration. While thinking, our boy realized that Asuka was currently alone. He quickly turned around. He wanted to return to Asuka. When Helmut turned around, he saw Asuka panting in front of him. The mad dog was annoyed to see Helmut. He reminded our boy that they are supposed to work in pairs. He asked our boy to give him an explanation before rushing out. Helmut let out a huge sigh when he saw Asuka. He was relieved to see that the mad dog was safe. Asuka was annoyed to see our boy sighing. He thought that Helmut was blaming him for being slow. While talking, Asuka noticed that Bashir was on the ground. He was shocked to see the boy trembling. Wesley turned to Helmut and told him that Professor Duane is coming very soon. Wesley commended our boy for staying calm in their current situation. He told Helmut that he could not think properly. Our boy did not see anything he did as impressive. He explained to Wesley that it is not his first time dealing with something like this. Wesley bowed his head and thanked our boy for saving his friend. He told Helmut that he will never forget the favor. Wesley swore on his honor as a noble. Our boy was shocked to see this. He told the boy that Professor Duane is the one who will save Bashir. He asked Wesley to keep an eye on Bashir's wound to make sure that it does not get infected. Our boy stood up and stepped back. He realized that it was his first time hearing someone thank him since he came to the academy. The scene shifts and we see Professor Duane healing Bashir with his magic. When the professor was done with the healing, he commended our boy on his first aid skills. He told Helmut that he did not need to do a lot because of the first aid. Instructor Patricia also thanked our boy. Patricia was surprised to see that there was actually a trap in the area. She realized that a hunter was in the area. She told our boy that she will lodge a complaint to the management office. Patricia asked Wesley to tell her how Bashir stepped on the trap. According to Wesley, Bashir saw something in the forest. He ran towards the direction of what he saw. While running, he stepped on the trap and screamed out in pain. Wesley told his instructor that he does not know what Bashir saw that made him run into the forest. Patricia explained to the students that Bashir will no longer be able to complete his camping experience. She asked Wesley to assist her in taking Bashir back to the base. Patricia allowed Helmut and Asuka to continue hunting. She asked the boys to be careful of traps. With a smile on his face, Asuka told his instructor that he and Helmut have already gotten a good catch. Patricia was surprised to hear this. She told the mad dog that she is looking forward to seeing his catch. Asuka told his instructor that she will be very shocked. When Patricia walked forward, Asuka told our boy that he will be the one to keep the bear because he caught it. Helmut asked the mad dog to be at ease. He told him that he has no intention of taking the bear. Helmut told the mad dog that he will catch another animal very soon. He asked him to return to the river. Asuka became worried when he heard this. He told our boy that he might get caught in a trap. Helmut assured his friend that he will be fine. He told Asuka that someone might steal his catch if he is gone for too long. The mad dog was shocked to hear this. He realized that our boy was right. Asuka turned around and told our boy that he is leaving. He asked Helmut to be careful. The moment Asuka left, our boy ran deeper into the forest. Helmut realized that he finally has a chance to get his hunter. He believed that his hunter must be nearby if he was watching them. Our boy decided to find his hunter by checking his surroundings. Helmut closed his eyes and used his vis to sharpen his senses. Our boy was able to sense every single thing around him. While he was running, Helmut sensed a thin line in the air. When our boy opened his eyes, he saw a thin wire in front of him. Our boy covered his bow with vis and used it to cut the wire. The moment he did this, Helmut landed on the ground. He looked up to see the dangling wire in front of him. Guys, we have come to the end of our video. If you guys want part 32 of this recap, let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and smash that subscribe button for more recaps. See you guys later.